A battery replacement on this vehicle can cost up to $20,000.
I don't want to buy a Tesla ever again.
Welcome back to another episode. This is Andrew Kondick, your host for the evening. I'm a lifelong entrepreneur who loves talking about money, finance, and the economy. Today we're going to be talking about electric vehicles. Whether you love them or hate them, it seems like everyone has an opinion on getting these cars. But are they worth it? A lot of people are saying no. It seems that while they're a good idea in concept, actually owning one is a huge pain. The technology just isn't there yet where it makes sense to get one over a gas vehicle. There's so many things you have to worry about with these vehicles. You're going to have issues charging the car. If you ever want to go on a road trip, you'll be constantly worrying about finding the next charging station. If you live in a state with cold weather, you'll see how far you can drive plummet. Want to resell your vehicle? Good luck with that. It just seems like there's so many things you don't think about before you buy one of these cars, and then when you get one, it's too late. All right, let's get into it.
This is a PSA for anybody considering getting an electric vehicle. Don't. Just don't. That's all I can say. Dumbest I've ever done. Worst decision I've ever made. Pay $1,500 a month for a car that I can't drive because I'm never charged. Because this is modern day Hunger Games. This is Hunger Games.
So this is a huge issue people don't think about when buying an electric vehicle, how aggravating it can be to actually fill your car. Not everyone is wealthy enough to do it at home, especially in the best states to own these vehicles. That means you're going to have to be constantly driving to a charging station, then you have to battle people for a spot or wait a very long time when they're busy, and those commercial charging stations cost way more than what it would cost to do at home. It's a shame it isn't cost effective to just swap the batteries in these. Let's say you drive it all the way to the end. Boom, now you just go to a battery swapping location and get a new one. It'd be like exchanging a propane cylinder. From what I've seen, the batteries are hundreds of pounds, so it's not something that's going to happen anytime soon. But it would help a lot. Another thing I don't get is why don't all these electric vehicles have solar sunroofs? You think that'd be a super easy way to help drivers out? People are saying the technology isn't good enough yet for it to make a difference, but still. Why not take the time to invest in better solar panel technology? If you could get these charged and then they fully charge themselves from the sun, then people would be lining up to buy them. Let's take a look at a current driver of these cars and what his main complaints are.
This is your monthly reminder to never get an electric vehicle or go in Mercedes. So not only is it a crazy hassle to have this electric vehicle, if you don't do your research, of course, and if you don't get a charger installed in your house, and if it's not your second vehicle. These are all things I wish somebody told me before I got an electric vehicle, but I'm going to tell you guys. Number one, make sure the tank is over 300 miles. Mine is 220 miles, so in 2 days I'm already charging. And the money you're saving with going electric, you're now spending time. And if you know anything about anything, time is more valuable than money, okay?
Yeah, that is a great point. I've said it before, but time is our most valuable asset. What's the point of saving a couple dollars if it costs you hours? Think about how easy it is to get gas. Gas stations are all over. You don't even need to go inside. You can buy snacks and drinks while you're there. It only takes a couple minutes, too, if you use your credit card and pay outside. And with gas stations, your car isn't limited to which one it can go to. It's not like BP is letting only Toyotas and Hondas fill up their cars there. That'd be so annoying to live by a charging station you couldn't use because it's for a different model car. You'd think they'd create adapters so the cars could charge at any port, but I guess that's asking too much. Now, do I think electric cars are not the future? No, but we're far from where we need to be for them to be everywhere.
So I've owned a Tesla for 8 months now, and these are kind of my top 3 gripes with owning a car. Now, just for context, I live in Southern California where a Tesla is like a Toyota Camry. So this is my ownership. First gripe, admittedly kind of small, is there is no physical latch on the glove box. You have to click on this button and then click on glove box, and then it opens. Yeah, I don't understand that. That's really dumb. Next, the range is a straight up fucking lie. I bought the Tesla Model 3 Long Range Edition. I do not get anywhere close to the advertised range, and I am not a lead-foot driver.
Complaining about range makes sense, but the glove box issue seems more like a pet peeve than an actual problem.
You know what I will never buy again? An electric car. It's ridiculous. I kind of forgot to charge it the last 2 days. And so I went to the closest electric vehicle charger close to my work. I thought I could park there and walk to work. Well, I go there and it is not working. So then I go to a place at lunch and it took me 20 minutes.
And this is a huge issue to think about. We've all had to get gas during lunch. Maybe you're getting fast food during lunchtime and you just forgot to get gas earlier. If you have to kill 20 minutes to charge your car, the only place you're going to be eating is wherever that station is. Or imagine if you need to get charged up before work. You could end up being really late if there's a long line. We have another clip here of an electric car having a bad day.
We got one of the brand new BMW i7 and it doesn't look so good anymore. The electric car was standing here, it was charging, and from the back you could imagine a beautiful BMW, but from the front you see the massive damage.
So these explosions are happening because a single battery cell is overheating. This triggers a chain reaction that's spreading the heat to adjacent cells. The heat causes the liquid inside the battery to evaporate, and then a bunch of toxic gases and flames get released. But how horrible would it be to find your car like that? These cars are already so expensive to begin with. Now you're telling me they can explode when they're parked? And imagine your car injures an innocent bystander when they're walking by. Now you're dealing with a lawsuit because someone got third-degree burns from your Tesla. Yeah, no thanks. So you have to wonder what exactly caused the issue. Was it overcharging? Did it somehow create a spark and then catch on fire that way? I never see any reels of a gas-powered Toyota Corolla exploding when it's just sitting at the mall. I mean, maybe it was from the weather being hot outside and then the battery was also hot. I'm not sure. Then you combine this with a fast charge, and now the fire department needs to be called.
People don't want used electric cars because they know the batteries degrade.
Oh.
And replacing the batteries is a nightmare right now. But the problem is reselling them. You know, like you lose a lot of value in it.
So then you get into a situation where you buy your first electric car because it looks cool and you're trying to help the planet. You start driving it, you realize it has a lot of issues you didn't expect, and then you try to sell it and find out no one will buy it. Unreal.
My Tesla electric vehicle made me sick, and I'm putting this warning out there to anyone who is a Tesla owner. I highly recommend you do not drive it super often. I drove it all the time to national parks, about 30,000 miles a year. And it made me extremely sick, and it's taken a while with sunlight in order for me to fix the problems.
Now, this seems to be a controversial point, but some people are getting health issues from these electric vehicles. People are saying these electromagnetic frequencies that the cars are emitting are bad for the body. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to take a stance saying it is or is not doing that. People are going back and forth in the comments of that reel saying that this is total BS, and then other people are saying they're researchers and that this is completely real. So I guess you'll have to be the judge on that one.
There's no way I'm buying my daughter one of these for Christmas with these readings. No way. There it is right there. Right on the machine itself. So I was going to buy my daughter an electric car until I did a little bit of research. So gone are the days of the assumption of safety and security and honesty in business in the United States. I was going Christmas shopping for my daughter, going to buy her an electric car, until I checked everything out. Nah, I don't think I'm going to let her and her kids get fried like she's sitting in a microwave like these people are doing right now.
So what you're seeing on screen is an EMF reader. That device measures electromagnetic fields in the environment. It looks for fluctuations in the electrical field from different sources, like electrical wiring, power lines, appliances, routers, and a bunch of other electronic equipment. So weirdly enough, they also use these for ghost hunting. When they get random signals of high EMF, is what it's called, they say that a ghost is present in the area. While I don't think electric cars are haunted, I do think this clip is cause for concern. A lot of people in the other reels were like, where's your proof? Show me your proof. Then this guy literally gets an EMF reader, sees dangerous readings, and then people just insult him. That's the internet for you. I personally don't want to get cooked like I'm in a microwave by being in one of these though, thanks.
A reason why I don't want to buy a Tesla ever again. I take it into Tesla this morning at 7:30 just to get an estimate around 6, saying that it's going to cost me about $2,596 to fix it because apparently the car needs a new motherboard.
So this is what I mean by hidden costs in owning an electric vehicle. You can get hit with these huge repair bills. If you're on a tight budget, getting one of these vehicles is not a good move.
Don't buy this car if you do not have enough money to replace the battery. A battery replacement on this vehicle can cost up to $20,000. Third-party people do it for roughly $7,000. The vehicle we have is a 2013 Tesla Model S with 208,000 miles on it.
I mean, that is just unconscionable. $20,000 to replace a battery. You need a loan just to fix this part in the car. At least most people would. Are banks going to start offering electric car battery loans now? It just doesn't make sense to me. You can get one of these cars for like 20 or 30,000 as it is. If you're telling me a faulty battery could put me out another 20 grand, forget that. Yeah, let's switch from gas to an electric vehicle so that we can save a couple bucks, and then we're going to get a bill as large as the price of the original car. Then the irony is no one would even want to buy your used car, so you just have to scrap it. So the amount of money saved in gas will be paid to a new set of batteries. It's looking like it. Now, to be fair, the car does have 200,000 miles on it, so it's not like it's brand new. Still, this isn't even the most expensive replacement battery clip I found. Take a look at this.
I'm at a Tesla repair shop with a good friend of mine, so I want you to see this. He's inside fussing with the people. His car wouldn't start yesterday, and it won't start today. He's inside fussing, and I was just inside with him. They say something's wrong with his batteries. To fix his car, they will charge him $50,000. I swallowed my gum and I just had to walk out. They told him everything on his car is covered bumper to bumper but the batteries.
Wow, now that is just devastating. Can you believe that? $50,000 just to repair his car. I don't care who you are, that's unaffordable for everyone but the ultra rich. No one would buy a Toyota Corolla if after X amount of miles, you have to spend $50,000 to replace the engine. I can see why no one wants to buy these things used. Imagine you buy a used vehicle, and then a few months later the mechanic hits you with a bill like this. You'd feel like you got scammed. And I'm sure something like that has exactly happened already. When you buy a used gas car, you expect there to be some repairs. You factor it into the car purchase. With this though, you just have to give up the car. Only a fool would get a car loan and then also have another loan for the battery. You could just get a brand new car. If that wasn't bad enough, you don't even get the advertised range that they're selling you.
All right, we left the house with 384 miles of range, 100% charge. And we're stopped for traffic a little way into the drive with 23% remaining now. All right, we can see we're now at the range where we should have arrived, but instead we still have 67 miles to go. Great job on the range, Tesla. Yeah, 395 miles of range, and somehow we ended up with 111, even though we only went 160. Math is not mathing.
So this guy is running a real-world experiment with his car. He says he had 384 miles with full charge. He arrived at his second home with only 111 miles in the battery, but the trip was only 168 miles. That's 105 miles that are unaccounted for. So the problem is that they're marketing these cars like you're going to get 400 miles on a full charge, but then in real-world conditions, you're going to get way less. All right, that's all I have for you today. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you liked the video, it would mean a lot to me if you could hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you thought electric cars were bad, take a look at my video on the Airbnb market. Airbnb used to be really high quality, but as the years have gone on, the prices keep going up while the service goes down. It's on the screen right now. And if nothing else, I will see you in the next one.